seen how good Madrid have been under Jose Mourinho in pre-season, and Madrid did get that trophy against Barcelona in the Spanish Cup, and now it does look like we will take that minute of silence for the terrible tragedy in Norway.
Liebe Bayern, liebe Gäste, gleich geht es los, gleich rollt der Ball. Wir wollen allerdings mit Ihnen jetzt und hier die Möglichkeit nutzen. Sie haben das alle mitbekommen, die furchtbaren Ereignisse in Norwegen, dieses sinnlose, wahnsinnige Attentat. Wir gedenken in diesen Minuten an die Opfer und ihre Hinterbliebenen.
This is the Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany, the beginning of the Audi Cup. FC Barcelona taking on Internacional de Porto Alegre. AC Milan and Bayern Munich playing in a few hours' time. The third place match is tomorrow. The final is tomorrow. Both those games you can also see right here on Fox Soccer. Barcelona, the current Champions League champions, taking on Porto Alegre, who won the Copa Libertadores in 2010. Looks like we are just about set for kickoff. Time now to send it down to the Allianz Arena for the first half call.
Internacional, the champions of South America, sixth currently in the Brazilian league, in all white. Big crowd in the Allianz Arena, one of the venues used in the 2006 World Cup. And here's the Barcelona lineup. Long way short of full strength. Soriano will be playing up front. Free scoring, scored 32 for the Barcelona B team last year. Busquets in the middle of midfield. Andres Iniesta, expect him to play down the left-hand side. And there the forwards. Internacional. Bolivar, the 6'1" club captain. Kleber, who plays wide on the left. Belatti, familiar figure in midfield, part of the Argentinian World Cup squad. And Leandro Damião among the strikers, linked with Spurs, but now who's signed a new contract with Internacional. Damião going to ground, the referee wanting nothing to do with that. This is Thiago. Keita trying to thread the ball through. Sergio Busquets. Riverola. Here's Keita. As ever, lovely close control and the intricate build-up, which has been so much a hallmark of the Barcelona style. Cuenca was the number 29. This is Iniesta. Thiago. Trying to thread it through to Cuenca. Barcelona's manager, Pep Guardiola, in his third year as the coach. 40 years old, and learnt his trade as a player at Barcelona under the management of Johan Cruyff. And the wonderful Barcelona style goes on. Thiago. Nice little exchange of passes. Internacional right on the back foot. This is Cuenca. Thiago is looking for Iniesta. Alessandro. That's a decent ball. Appeals for handball given. There's a beautifully floated cross across to Leandro Damião. And you see a fairly clear-cut decision. Osmas Loss, caretaker manager of Internacional at the moment. Busquets. This is Iniesta. Opening game of the Barcelona season, a cup match against Real Madrid. So Pep Guardiola wanting to get his side into form. Those who played in South America yet to return, so no Messi. Here's Iniesta. Challenge going in from Ney, the Internacional fullback. Good powerful header out. Iniesta once more. And winning it back. This is Tinga. Clever. Elton dispossessed. First choice goalkeeper Victor Valdez in goal for Barcelona this evening. And a big crowd in the stadium. Coming up next, Bayern against AC Milan. The stadium used by Bayern Munich. Chance maybe, but Valdez was smart. Off his line, confident and assured. Andrezinho getting the return pass and trying his luck from range. Andrezinho, who was on the score sheet for Internacional. They won their last league match last week against Florianopolis. Affley wanting the return ball and getting it. Back for Iniesta. Thiago, Iniesta again. That's beautifully accurate as he picks out his man. Barcelona, who developed a style whereby they stifle their opposition. So much possession. And so far in this match, apart from that one opportunity from range for Andrezinho, Barcelona have been the dominant team, albeit with a reshaped sort of lineup. Big names on the bench for Barcelona could be introduced at some stage. Piqué, Puyol, Xavi, David Villa, Pedro, Eric Abidal, all there waiting to make an entrance at some stage. Sergio Busquets to Keita. Iniesta now, turning his man beautifully and almost finding a way through. Just a little too much on it. Goalkeeper Muriel quickly off his line. D'Alessandro. The Argentinian flinging it across to Kleber. Andrezinho peeling for obstruction. And Iniesta brought down. Such a key player in that Barcelona midfield, Iniesta. Only weighs about 10 stone, there's not too much of him. Fontas. Now Busquets. Good turn. Andrezinho showing signs that he's prepared to take his man on in these early stages. Well, that's not so clever from D'Alessandro. Keita. Busquets for Fontas. Well, that's untidy. Now, what can Andrezinho make of this? And maybe an opportunity. Valdez had to be quick off his line. Iniesta. Good ball. Afflay playing it back inside to Iniesta, who in turn puts it wide to Thiago. Beautiful the way Barcelona inject pace just when it seems to be being played at little more than a walk. Suddenly incisive passes allied to speed, and look at the depth of talent on that bench. Keita. This is Thiago. Iniesta. Oh, he sold Keita a little bit short. Busquets playing at the back tonight. Often a linchpin of midfield. His height is useful there in the absence of Piqué and Puyol. Puyol, who's 33 years old now and underwent knee surgery in early June. Not expected to return for Barcelona for a little while yet. Xavi as well, among those who's needing early season treatment. Iniesta. Rafale. Iniesta once more. Busquets putting it wide for Martí Rivarola. Quensa brought down and in a dangerous position. Now what can they make of this? Fair to say that was a striker's tackle. That was Leandro Damião bringing his man down. So Iniesta with the free kick. Oh, beautifully worked, and Barcelona ahead. 14 minutes gone. Precision passes and beautifully done. The Internacional defence looking a little naive. Muriel given no opportunity to save and worked through to Thiago, who was clinical. Beautifully converted, and a reward for Barcelona's early dominance of this match. The bookmakers were making Barcelona around about 3-1 on to win this match and take their place in tomorrow's final, and that's looking like a fairly shrewd market at the moment. Well, have Internacional got the guile to respond? They certainly should be fit in the middle of the Brazilian season that they've come across to take their place here. The defending Copa Libertadores champions, South America's equivalent of the Champions League, and at the moment Europe has one up on South America. Offside given. By at least a metre or so. Belatti had made an early move. Iniesta. Rivarola is aimed for, and another beautiful ball through for Thiago. He's already got one, looking for support. Finds it with Rivarola. Touched away a little bit dramatically by Muriel. And off the post. Danger's not cleared yet. Well, Internacional's defence once more absolutely at sixes and sevens. And Muriel knew precious little about that one. It could so easily have been Barcelona 2-0. Well, here was the chance. Muriel flapping at it. And it came, I think, off a defender. onto that far post. All it needed was a touch. Maybe the goalkeeper got a hand to it. Andrezinho's made the forward run. Tried to drag it back for Damião. Bolivar back to his goalkeeper. Rodrigo Maledo. Well, he looks animated. He must be very pleased how this fairly inexperienced young Barcelona side has settled down. This is Iniesta. Right across for Quinza. Keita, Iniesta now. Now Andrezinho. Hopeful punt forward. Flag's gone up. Damião again straying offside. Well, it was a close one. No more than a few centimetres, but the referee's assistant was decisive. Affalay. Quinza was almost in on that. Plenty of support for the Brazilians. The drums are being beaten, but so far the team has not really delivered. 21 minutes gone now, and Barcelona still leading through that 14th minute goal from Thiago. Here's Thiago. Decent challenge. And that's not a decent challenge, and the referee will, I would think, have a word there. Andrezinho. Well, he was brought down fairly agriculturally. That's a decent ball through. But good work tracking back by Andrew Fontas. Second string central defender. Iniesta. Linking up with Soriano. Now Iniesta again. This is Affalay. Ibrahim Affalay's cross. That was a little unnecessary. Barcelona feel they were wronged. Damião thinks about time. Well, you can understand, I think, when you watch that close-up, why Barcelona were a little aggrieved. But the upside of it all is that it is a free kick for Internacional. 27 metres, 25, 27 metres out, maybe a bit more. They've got people who can strike it, but that's a waste, total waste. Andres D'Alessandro trying his luck. And Internacional need a little more guile than they're showing right now. Keita. Iniesta. Again, bossing things, but losing out this time to Belatti. In for Andrezinho. Here's Fontas. Keita. It's going to be a free kick for Internacional. Throw in rather. Cuentas and Keita. Cuentas again, Iniesta. And that's going to be a free kick. Tinga bringing his man down. Tinga has spent 4 years with Borussia Dortmund, playing in Germany. Now 33 years old. Busquets. And he tries to pick out Iniesta, and almost. Iniesta applauds the pass, and the crowd loved the vision. Sergio Busquets once more. Keita. Maxwell on the left with Abel. Iniesta. Keita. Riverola. Thiago, the goal scorer, finding Cuentas. Riverola giving it away, but won back by Thiago, the goal scorer. Keita, beautifully weighted ball through to Afellay. Onto his, well, he was looking to get it on that favoured left foot and drove in a decent low shot, but well taken this time by Muriel. And he did do well because there was a sizable deflection. Nay. Belatti. On this left side, Clever. Internacional just not able to put their passes together, not really putting under any real threat the Barcelona defence. Thiago chipping it across to the left side where Maxwell collects. Now Keita. And Barcelona are a little bit lucky as they play keep ball with Keita picking out Thiago. Riverola. Thiago. Keita. Iniesta. Exchanging passes with Soriano. Iniesta, here is Soriano. Straight at the goalkeeper. And the youngster with the goal-scoring touch had a real opportunity there. Had to be first time, but straight at the goalkeeper. Clever. Belatti. Running into brick walls. Oh, lovely the way Barcelona just play that close control, pick their way through. It's a style which has carried through to the Spanish international team, world champions of course, and Barcelona wonderful European champions. Sergio Busquets for Riverola. And the cheers going up from the crowd for every completed pass. And finally a loose one as Busquets played it through long. But as we near the half-hour point, 30 minutes completed, still Barcelona leading by that 14th minute goal from Thiago. And the luminaries on the bench can be fairly satisfied with what they're watching. Messrs Piqué, Puyol and Xavi. Daniel complaining that he's taken one on the nose. And not the first time that he and Keita have clashed. Well, in fact, climbing on the back. It's a little bit of leftovers from that incident a few minutes ago. Tinger's close control not good enough. But now maybe an opportunity, tried to pick out Daniel and Andrezinho. Long ball through towards Cuenca. Rodrigo Meledo doing enough. Riverola brought clattering down, and for the first time the referee reaching for his book. It's as though Rodrigo, the man who's going to be cautioned. Rodrigo Meledo, it looked pretty premeditated, didn't it? So Thiago with the free kick. Not the best header. Goalkeeper under pressure. Perhaps not as much pressure as he imagined. Andrezinho battling for it, but losing out. Although the referee awarding the free kick against Iniesta. Oh, that's poor. Iniesta now. Interception by Kleber. Now Andrezinho. Good ball through. He was looking for Leandro Damião. Keita. Now Maxwell. This time laying it back for Iniesta. He's been calling for it over on this wing, and it comes across to Riverola. Thiago. Soriano. Keita picking out the winger. Ibrahim Afellay laying it back inside. Now, what can they make of this? Good save. Couldn't hold on to it, but he had to come down low. It was dipping and swerving. Thiago's ball through. Soriano. Well, that was not good. Did everything right, apart from get on the weaker foot. And no power. Here's Ney. Andrezinho. Kleber. Belatti. This is Tinga. And Belatti once more with space. Space to measure his pass, but couldn't find the right one. Ney's header. Soriano playing it back to Maxwell and Iniesta. Iniesta again, lovely ball. Andrezinho losing out to Iniesta. Afellay, who's switched wings. Nice little run forward, but red this time. Tinga. Held up by Keita, but doing enough to win the throw-in. Iniesta now. Keita. Marti Riverola. Patient build-up once more from Barcelona. Appeals for handball, not given. D'Alessandro. He's got Andrezinho in support. Here he is. Belatti. Kleber. Belatti once more. Oh, Barcelona denying them any sort of space. Fairly agitated instructions coming from the Internacional bench. But they just haven't been able to find any sort of real cutting edge. A rare loose ball. Now, what can they make of this? Andrezinho plays it forward. Iniesta playing it across to Keita. And the aerial shot giving you some idea of the movement and the free-flowing style of Barcelona. Rodrigo Moledo. Here's Affalay. Iniesta. Affalay. Iniesta now, wide on the right. So many positions interchangeable, seemingly, the way Barcelona approach this. That was Soriano eventually putting it out. Iniesta. Now Fontas. Maxwell. Thiago. Well, the idea was a good one, but Affalay hadn't made the run. Barcelona substitutes, warming up. Could be a fair number of changes at half-time, one suspects. Keep the opposition on their toes, keeps the commentator on his toes. Ney working it inside. Keita back helping his defenders, now Iniesta. Affalay. Sergio Busquets. Here's Maxwell. Thiago. Iniesta. Soriano. He's got Affalay helping out. Now, can he get a telling cross? Instead opting for the support from Iniesta. Riverola played it back across. And now from the left flank. Good skill. Thiago. Got too much on it, and through to the goalkeeper. But lovely build-up play again from Barcelona, and much appreciated by a knowledgeable crowd. Already being quoted as hot favourites to retain their Champions League trophy. And when you think that this is, well, effectively a reserve team, or not a great deal more than that, it really does show that right the way through every level, Barcelona playing this wonderful style, and it's hard to see them being anywhere other than, well, certainly the last four of the Champions League. Hard to see who's going to beat them. Don't like to see that. I do not like to see a player trying to influence a referee and suggesting that a booking should have been made. Valdez marshalling his defence. It was Damião who'd well, he'd won the free kick. In the end, the free kick was a waste. Barcelona with that goal that put them ahead in 14 minutes. So nearly went 2 up when Afellay hit the far post. Now what can they do? Here's Afellay again, this time from the right flank. Just wouldn't run right for Soriano. Thiago now. Iniesta. Oh no, this is Cuenca. Nobody looks too stressed there, do they? Andrezinho. Dispossessed by, almost dispossessed by Keita, but now real persistence from Andrezinho, and that's blatant holding from Sergio Busquets, and surely that is going to be a yellow card. And the referee spot on with that. Well, the crowd didn't like that too much, and rightly so. He had a chance of being rewarded for persistence. Well, that shows what the coach thinks about it. Sergio Busquets, beaten all ends up, and a fairly stupid reaction. Into time added on. Andrezinho spinning it across, and an awkward one for Victor Valdez to cope with, but the Barcelona #1 did well. May have been unsighted as this one came across. At the second attempt, did what was necessary, and that will be the final action of a first half dominated by Barcelona. They lead deservedly from a 14th minute goal from Thiago. There he is, and at half-time, Barcelona 1, Internacional of Brazil 0. Young striker there has been added to the lineup, and David Villa on as well. So Barcelona bringing one of their big guns on in the second half, and Villa, well, let's see if he can produce something special. Internacional never really looked like getting back on level terms. The greatest threat came from Leandro Damião, and Pinto coming on as goalkeeper for Barcelona in the second half as well. Interesting character, sent off when he was on the bench last year against Real Madrid. Jose Pinto for giving Arbeloa a slap, and also got a 2-game suspension for deception when he was playing against Copenhagen. He whistled, and they decided that he had willfully tried to deceive a player into thinking he was offside. Interesting character. Yes, think something of him though in the Barcelona higher echelons. Pinto just been given a new contract at the age of 35, another season. Well, let's see if Internacional can produce a more potent threat now. Oh, and he makes a complete hash of that, Damião, but at the second attempt got his shot in from a narrow angle. And Pinto instantly welcome to the game. Well, that was schoolboy stuff, wasn't it? but almost atoning, and Pinto had to be alert. Nobody in the Barcelona defence picked him up. And just a sloppy sort of start to the second 45 minutes by Barcelona. It was the big defender, Rodrigo Meledo, who managed to get up, arching backwards, but couldn't get his header on target. Tinga inside to Belatti. Tinga again. Now Andrezinho. Tinga trying to find Ney. Eric Abidal has been brought on for Barcelona as well in this half and will be playing down the left-hand side. They're looking for Villa there. It was Jeffren trying to thread that ball through. Abidal, regular first-choice left-back, has taken his place in the second half lineup for Barcelona. Now here's Tinga. Suspicion of handball. Spotted. Looked fairly deliberate as well, perhaps a little bit fortunate to get away without going into the referee's book. Lucas Rogia among the second half Internacional substitutions. Jeffren battling for it with the Internacional captain, Bolivar. Big, strong man at the heart of the Brazilian team's defence. That's Ney, the fullback, who's taken a tumble. Looks as though he deliberately tried to impede Jeffren on the way through. Surely not trying to fool a referee by going down with an injury. Here's Andrezinho. Losing out to Jeffren. Abidal on this side with the number 22 on his back. David Villa dropping deep. Iniesta, who had a really good first 45 minutes, among those substituted at half-time for Barcelona. And now Internacional with the break. Well, Damião, strong and purposeful with that run. And D'Alessandro, I think, going across to take the corner. Big men are up. That's Bolivar. Andrezinho it is who's taking the corner. Poor one. That's Pedro. Fontas. Good turn. Well, he went to ground, wanted the free kick, but the referee was having none of it. Keita. Here's David Villa. It's a lovely ball. And well saved. Jeffren with space to turn and shoot. Another of the youngsters with an opportunity to make a mark. Jeffren Suarez, Spanish under-21 international, Venezuelan born. Clearance by Ricardo Guat. Andrezinho. Gulat again. Now Ney. Looking for Tinga. The interception was a decent one. Looking for Villa. David Villa. Is it going to be number 2? Good save. Well, the flag was up, but Villa wasn't to know that, and neither was the goalkeeper. Good decision. Now Ney. Andrezinho. That's lovely. Ney. He was looking for Leandro Damião. Just telegraphed his intentions. Abidal. Fontas. Here's Keita. Belatti making the interception. But the technique of the Brazilian team, nothing like that of Barcelona. So often moves just breaking down, while Barcelona seemingly effortlessly stringing passes together. Such good technique. You heard Paul Breitner speaking at half-time, former German international, about the technical brilliance of the Barcelona team. Keita. Here's Jeffren. Keita. Thiago. Wide for Jeffren Suarez. Abidal had made the overlap. Here's Tinga. Andrezinho. Good ball. And this time the flag stays down. A chance of an equaliser, but the goalkeeper did well. But Ney has made it one apiece. Internacional are back on level terms. And the 25-year-old right back was in the right place. The flag stayed down. Damião denied by Pinto, but then it came to Ney, it broke, and the shot was an excellent one, and the celebrations well deserved. First half it just didn't look as though that equaliser would come, but there, just squeezing it in at the near post. And that's probably an appropriate time to tell you, with the score at 1-1, that were it to remain that way, there would be penalties at 90 minutes to decide the issue as to who would take the place in tomorrow's final, where they would face either AC Milan or Bayern Munich. Both sides who have now arrived at the stadium and are making their preparations for the second match of this Audi Cup coming up later on this evening. Here's Ney, now Andrezinho. Whole new spring in the step of the Brazilians. Goodness me. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. And Jose Pinto has really been in the thick of things since he came in. Victor Valdez didn't have too much to do for the whole of the first half. But here's Andrezinho, and watch the way that cross comes in, and it's off the post. There was a pattern about Barcelona in the first half, orchestrated by Iniesta, and they've just lost their stride a little at this stage, courtesy of this man, Ney, in the 56th minute, who made it one apiece. Keita. With Abidal now playing down the left-hand side, it's enabled Maxwell to move into a more central area. Here he is. And the foul committed by Tinga on Thiago rather. And more substitutions to be made. Pinto coming on for Busquets. Busquets, who went into the book in the first half, and Thiago coming off. And Armando taking a place in this Barcelona 11 now. Also on number 27, Carmona. Abidal. Good little chip through towards Villa. The intention was sweet. Good ball again for Villa. Carmona. And Keita back for his goalkeeper. Villa losing out to Belatti. Here's Tinga. And now the man from Mali, Keita, caught late. As he tried to play that forward, Tinga made a clumsy sort of challenge. Value. And again. Here's Keita. Well, Barcelona's shape is certainly not what it was. With the influential playmaker Iniesta now back on the bench. Value. swept across for Jeffren Suarez. Baliu. Pedro. Here's Villa. Oh, he's looked sharp since he's come on. And you can see a tangible desire in him to get on the score sheet. Nay. Substitute Carmona. Forward now for Villa. Support from Carmona. Maybe now a second for Barcelona, and there it is. That high shot gave you a wonderful view of the build-up and the way Barcelona put the passes together. Congratulations from Thiago. Well, it was onside. The flag stayed down. And beautifully converted. Andrezinho. Carmona. Baliu. Barcelona trying to wriggle away through once more. Baliu switched flanks. Plays it inside to Ramirez. Maybe another. Well, the defence opened up alarmingly. He's looked sharp, hasn't he? That was where he got the goal. Punched clear, not altogether convincingly once more by Muriel. Here's Abidal. Ballieu. Challenge coming in from Ney. Carmona putting his man under pressure. Jeffrey Suarez lays it back for Ballieu. Here's the reshaped lineup for you. Ballieu coming on and playing at right back. Abidal at left back. Javier Espinosa brought in, the central defender. And the forwards, Pedro, David Villa and Jeffrey Suarez. Tinga will go into the book for that. And has been promptly substituted. Wilson Matthias coming on for him, and a second substitution as well. Belatti being replaced by number 14 Gleidson. Good save. Ney clearing it gratefully forward. Move breaking down as Damião tried to move in off that left wing. Here's Ballieu. Well, Pep Guardiola will be happy to see his side's advantage restored, but maybe not so about the way Barcelona have played for much of this second half. Although they've had the goal, haven't had quite the poise that they did in the first 45 minutes, although maybe that is to sell Internacional short a little in the way that they've regrouped and showed perhaps a little bit greater determination in the second half thus far. Ballieu. Now Jeffrey Suarez. Jeffrey Suarez doing enough to win the corner. Great challenge from Ney. Arguably been the pick of the Internacional players. Well held this time by Muriel. Here's Ney. Andrezinho. Ney had made the forward run. Yefen Suarez tracking back, and Abidal it was who made it back to the goalkeeper and finally clearing the danger. Man down. I think it's Andrezinho. Cuenca. Carmona. A little bit of space for Villa to maybe exploit. And the idea was a good one. Pedro trying to turn, his control just letting him down, maybe just taking his eye off the ball. Andrezinho working hard again. Pedro. Villa. Pedro beats one man, tried to take on the second, but found that Gladeston was too much. Here's Gladeston. Second half substitution. Ney. Andrezinho. Covered acres. Now what can they make of this? Oh, the shot was a poor one. Offside anyway. A little more than 15 minutes remaining, and Barcelona with the 1-goal advantage. Jonathan getting their second half goal after Ney had equalised for Internacional. Thiago had Barcelona ahead in the first half. Andrezinho. Now Gladeston. Andrezinho again. Good movement by Internacional this time, and doing well to keep it in. D'Alessandro with the opportunity to measure his cross. Couldn't pick out a white shirt. Foul going for Internacional, and Villa's persistence a little bit too much. Bolivar. Ney under pressure. Yefen Suarez suggesting that he ought to get up because there wasn't any real contact. Gladeston. Bolivar. This is Ney. Good work from the fullback. A little bit of trickery from Andrezinho. That's a decent throw. Ney linking up with Wilson Matthias, and now Andrezinho, and that was a little careless, offside given. So Pinto with the free kick. Here's Keita. Espinosa. Well, they've got men forward here, and that's a waste. Swung across for Ballieu. Played back by Jefren Suarez. Espinosa. This is Rossell. Pedro. Rossell once more. Damião almost catching the Barcelona defence napping. Espinosa. Abidal. Rossell. Full-back overlapping. Ballieu. Andrezinho wanted some help from the referee, it wasn't forthcoming. Espinosa, now Villa. Bolivar. Always a sure sign that the action has gone off a little bit off the boil when you see the Mexican wave in a stadium. Barcelona certainly off the boil since the big substitutions were made. And I know I've said it before, but I think it's the loss of Iniesta in midfield which has really been key, allowing the Brazilians to snap and snarl their way back into it, and still cherishing the hope that they might be able to get a goal, an equaliser, in the 9 minutes or so still remaining. Good work by Damião. Now can he force a shooting opportunity? He does, but not the power to trouble Pinto. He certainly worked hard this afternoon, Leandro Damião. Pedro tried his luck with his weaker foot. Good power, but the goalkeeper doing well. Espinosa. Flick on was by Pedro. Rossell. Colmona. Ball forward towards D'Alessandro. Carmona. Ballieu. Internacional ready to make more substitutions. Here's Pedro. Villa. Ballieu. Espinosa. And loads of space on that far flank now. Can Barcelona expose it? And no, they can't. Good challenge coming in. And more changes being made. Paulo coming on. Ney, scorer of the first goal, being replaced by Zé Maria. Good game he's had. And Andrezinho coming off and being replaced by Lucas Rogia. Andrezinho as well has covered a fair amount of ground. Referee seeing something. And totally rejigged lineups now for both teams. Pinto. Almost made a hash of that. And he's given it away. And off the line brilliantly by Abidal. That is wonderful. Superb covering, the goalkeeper beaten. And how on earth did he do that? Eric Abidal back on the line. Damião with the shot, and he surely must have thought he'd got the equaliser, but a brilliant header. This time though, it's there. Internacional back on level terms, and it's been coming. Leandro Damião has scored the equaliser. 2-2 with little more than 5 minutes remaining, and it may be that we're heading towards penalties. Good corner, and he rose high at that far post. Barcelona lacking their usual back four. No Piqué, no Puyol. Piqué in particular, tall man at the back, really missed against the aerial threat of a man like Damião. Well, with 4 minutes remaining, maybe the impetus now with Internacional. Gledson. Ball is played long, and it's another corner. João Paulo bearing down that right wing. And Pinto, I think, is not too impressed at the sort of support and cover that he's getting from a defence which is looking a little disorganised. Well, Damião, we know, is a threat. It was aimed for him again at that far post. This time too much on it. That is a classic centre forwards goal. Absolute classic. One man certainly a little unhappy. Value and Internacional physically look the stronger and superior side now, don't they? Barcelona knocked right out of their stride, and that's a poor ball. David Villa was the intended target, got nowhere near him. Lucas Roger. This is Ricardo Goulat. Carmona. Cross for Pedro. Vidal. Carmona. Good ball for Villa. Well, Gleidson did well, didn't he, making the interception there to deny Barcelona desperation in the closing minutes. Both of them wanting a place in this final. Well, it was a little theatrical. Carmona going to ground. David Villa's over this one, and I think he is going to try his luck from the better part of 30 yards out. Villa to strike. Well, that was poor. Russell lays it back. Espinosa. This is Jonathan. Chance. Pedro couldn't keep it down. Turned well, but it just wasn't to be. Well, the final whistle has gone. Referee giving no added time. So there it is. Penalties now await. And at the final whistle, it is honours even. Barcelona 2, Internacional, the outsiders from Brazil, 2.
Certainly a thrilling first game from the Audi Cup. Barcelona looking in complete control, but give Internacional all the credit in the world as they kept on battling and forced their way back into the tie. And certainly towards the end, looking the stronger of the two teams. So now we will go to penalty kicks. Who can keep their nerve and advance their team to the final that will be played tomorrow? We'll find out shortly, but at the end of 90 minutes, it's Barcelona 2, Internacional 2. Pep Guardiola putting his list together for our referee, Mr. Felix Birch. I wonder how he'll be calling these penalty kicks. We've just had a big World Cup tournament in Germany with the women, and there were certainly some controversial moments in that tournament regarding penalties from the spot. You can see the Bayern Munich players and the AC Milan players also warming up, because as soon as this game ends, they will take the field for the second of the two games. Well, lots of summer friendlies coming up on Fox Soccer. This is the place to be. As you can see, the Bayern Munich AC Milan game, that is coming up next. Tomorrow, bright and early, Aston Villa taking on Blackburn and Chelsea versus Kitchee. That is the Barclays Asia Trophy. Then we'll have the third place match of the Audi Cup. That's at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Who will be in that final? We'll find out in just a second. And then the Audi Cup final at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information, make sure you log on to foxsoccer.com. Barclays Premier League, 6 a.m. on Saturday. And the Barclays Asia Trophy, 8:30 a.m. also on Saturday. So the players getting their muscles rubbed. Some last word of advice from the coaches. Penalty kicks, the most brutal.
Der Champions League-Sieger der vergangenen Saison. So, liebe Bayern, liebe Gäste.
Taking on Porto Alegre, who won the Copa Libertadores in 2010. Looks like we are just about set for kickoff. Time now to send it down to the Allianz Arena for the first half call.
Internacional, the champions of South America, 6th currently in the Brazilian league, in all white. The free kick. Oh, beautifully worked, and Barcelona ahead. 14 minutes gone. Precision passes, and beautifully done. The Internacional defence looking a little naive. Muriel given no opportunity to save. And worked through to Thiago, who was clinical. Interesting character. Sent off when he was on the bench last year. Andrezinho. Good ball. And this time the flag stays down. A chance of an equaliser, but the goalkeeper did well. But Ney has made it one apiece. Internacional are back on level terms. And the 25-year-old right-back was in the right place. The flag stayed down. Damião denied by Pinto, but then it came to Ney, it broke, and the shot was an excellent one, and the celebrations well-deserved. First half, it just didn't look as though that equaliser would come, but there, just squeezing it in at the near post. For Villa. Support from Carmona, maybe now a second for Barcelona, and there it is. That high shot gave you a wonderful view of the build-up and the way Barcelona put the passes together. Congratulations from Thiago. Well, it was onside. The flag stayed down. And beautifully converted. Pinto, almost made a hash of that, and he's given it away, and off the line brilliantly by Abidal. That is wonderful. Superb covering, the goalkeeper beaten, and how on earth did he do that? Eric Abidal back on the line. Damião with the shot, and he surely must have thought he'd got the equaliser, but a brilliant header. This time, though, it's there. Internacional back on level terms, and it's been coming. Leandro Damião has scored the equaliser, 2-2, with little more than 5 minutes remaining, and it may be that we're heading towards penalties. Good corner, and he rose high at that far post. Barcelona lack
Brazilian players, victors from the Copa Lib. There's a good look at a certain Arjen Robben, fantastic player for Bayern Munich. David Villa, you know he's going to be taking one of these penalties. One of the most experienced and explosive players in European football right now. He certainly will keep his nerve, but now it's all going to be down to the goalkeepers. Pinto, who certainly looked a little shaky. He was certainly at fault for the second goal from Damião. Didn't come strong enough and allowed the Brazilian centre-forward to head home the equaliser. And for Internacional, Muriel, who pulled off a string of excellent saves in the first period. So, goalkeeper versus goalkeeper. With Pinto moving off to the side just there, looks like Barcelona will be first up. And they've done a study, and they've said that if you win the toss and go first in penalties, 60% of the time you win. Reason being is that if you score first, you're never behind, and so the pressure is slightly less. Looks like we are ready to head back to site. Enjoy the penalties on this one. The winner advances to the final tomorrow. David Villa first up.
The first man. The first penalty is going to be Barcelona. And they have gone for their banker first. David Villa, the Spanish first choice striker. Barcelona's #1 as well, and putting his side ahead. Five penalties to be taken, and there you see the first one. The green ball signifying that the first goal has been scored by Barcelona. Now stepping up for Internacional, Kleber. This to make it one apiece. Bit of kidology from Pinto, but it was to no avail. 1-1, good penalty. Pinto guessed wrong. So here's one of the goal scorers. Jonathan Dos Santos Ramirez, to try and make it 2-1 for Barcelona. Calm as you like. Well, the goalkeepers haven't been close yet. Long way to go. But now, how can the response come from another of the goal scorers? Leandro Damião got Internacional's equaliser 5 minutes from time. Now with the second penalty. High, wide, and frankly pretty horrible. So now the advantage very much back with Barcelona. 2-1. This is Carmona. Trying to make it 3. Came on as a second half substitute. Oh, very calm. Chose his spot beautifully. That's 3-1. Well, another miss now, and Internacional would be under real pressure. João Paulo. That's good enough. Played the percentages pretty much near the centre of the goal. 3-2. So up steps Jefren Suarez. Another second half substitute for Barcelona. Played down the left-hand side. And strikes it left-footed, but telegraphed his intention, and a good save by Muriel. Game on. So it's one miss apiece now. 3-2. But Internacional with a real chance now to square it off. Good save by Muriel. So this then is for the equaliser. And another awful wasted opportunity. So effectively this next one for Barcelona can put them in the final. What can you say? At that moment, he wishes the ground would open up. So for Barcelona, there it is. They go through into the final. Disappointment for Muriel. But Barcelona by 4-2 in the penalty shootout. They claim their place in tomorrow's final. Armando with the 5th penalty, driving it low. 2-2 after 90 minutes. But by 4 penalties to 2, it is Barcelona who take their place in the final. Will it be AC Milan or will it be Bayern Munich? The Germany fans will hope that Bayern can prevail in their own ground, but Barcelona awaits either the Italian club or the German club in the final.